Okay, we're at the big turn-on ceremony. Now, it may not be really exciting because, of course, you can't do these things all at once. We can't just turn on the machine because it's old, it's bought from somewhere else, it's been shipped around. We don't know what's working on it, what's not working on it. So if we turn it on and suddenly something breaks, huge bits of metal will fly everywhere, and we don't really want that to happen. So we have to do everything in stages. So the first thing I've done, as you might notice, I've removed the fan belt. Because what I'm actually testing is if this motor works. If the motor works, I'll be happy. I can put the fan belt on and try the machine. So the first step of the great big turn on is to turn that on to see if it works. Now, this machine was probably built about 1950, 1960. So the cable colours are absolutely all over the place. And we have standardised colours now for power in the UK. Back then they didn't. So I've had a look at the cables and I think I've wired it the right way. Fingers crossed. 3-phase, there's 400 volts going through it. I'm not 100% sure it's actually wired properly. So things might blow up, including me. But you know, what's life without a little bit of risk? So, here's my 3-phase. Plug it in. Turn it off, and this steering metal box is the bit you need to press to get that motor going. So let's give it a press and see what happens. Well, there we go, it's working. This is the speed controller, so, well, that's theory, let's see that. And the motor gets quicker. Okay, so the motor's working, speed control's working. I thankfully wired it properly, nothing's blown up. We'll turn it off. And the next step, attach the fan belt, clean it down, and let's see if anything's broken. Okay, it took us all day to get that motor right, because of the twist in it and the tension for here. Obviously, when this, I'll turn it on in a second and we'll see it running. When it runs, this belt whizzes around. We need some kind of guard on there. It's glorious. The days used to make this and they didn't care if we were dragged in. Now, some idiots bound to put the fingers in there, so we'll have to put a guard on. But the machine is actually working. Here we go. So it's set at a slow speed just right now, because we want to test each bit as we go along. But motor's working, driving it, you can see the basics of the machine trouble with machines and setting them, they take a while. It's great when it doesn't work. So if it doesn't work, it's usually just one thing wrong. And as you can see, it's kind of working, and that means there's lots of little things wrong. Now, we've been going over the machine and we found some of the stuff that these guys have done. Now, this is insulation, pipe insulation, and they used it as vacuum tube. So we replaced that with a new bit of vacuum tube, because that's just not working, and it improved immeasurably. Then we found another bit that's basically cracked to hell and been wrapped up with tape to try and make it work. And again, we replaced that bit because that helped it along as well. So there's a load of little things like that that we've got to go through before we get the feeding mechanism working properly. But it's kind of working, and we kind of have to check that entire vacuum system now to make sure that we get no leaks apart from where we want the leaks, and the air is blowing where we want the air to blow. That's going to take a while, but it's getting there. So I thought I'd let you know where we were with it, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and thank you very much.